Hello, everybody. Hi. It's me, John, and we're here with the Gamesline podcast live for the first time in a while. We're doing this because we are doing a guest episode. Lorelai was like, "Hey, we should have people on the show sometimes," and I said, "Okay," and so we're doing that. That was it. That was the extent of it.
Gamer.
We're gaming.
So yeah, Lorelai is here. Yes, you're here to lead the guest empire, I suppose.
Yes, I am doing my production job. It's fun.
Thank you. Good to hear. Of course. And joining us this time is please tell me if I mispronounce this. This is just Xyros.
Oh, that was perfect. 10 out of 10.
There we go.
Yes.
No notes.
Wonderful.
The leader of the Xybatsu.
Yeah.
Right. Please let everybody know who the heck you are, Xyros, and what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Hello, my name's Xyros, and I am the stream team leader of Team Xybatsu. We're a stream team that focuses on just sort of getting anyone together that really wants to join us, that loves content creation, that focuses on basically any type of gaming. We really don't have like a complete, like definite in terms of where we lie when it comes to what we play. I myself play a variety of stuff. I go from like horror gaming to RPGs, MMOs, and like Metroidvanias and platformers. That tends to be what's in my typical like wheelhouse of games. I started streaming maybe about 8 years ago. I've been partnered on Twitch now for about 5 years. And I've been involved with content creation and just general, like the idea of bringing people together through gaming now probably for maybe 15 or more years. I can't even remember. Jeez, it's been so long. And it all started because of League of Legends.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
I don't know about that then.
You have no idea how crazy it was to go from like League of Legends and bringing people together in like a small city to being like, let's just start streaming. It's so much fun.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So how has the sort of bringing people together thing, how has that changed over the years? Like I can see, you have your VTuber model here, and I would imagine that, these days it's, like that was something that, having a rig and all that wasn't something that you were probably doing 15 years ago or so.
No.
So how did that start out for you? How did you feel like, oh, I should hop on this? And what drives you to trying new things when trying to bring people together?
So what started, we can go way back. It started out as trying to just go out to like tournaments to play League of Legends. And it went from that to, hey, this is pretty fun, to going out to these tournaments. And then the people who were in charge of like the group that was organizing it, I was telling them like, I have a degree in like literature and journalism, so I would love to like interview the players and do this other stuff to like bring people together. So we have articles talking about what we've been doing and everything. It was super fun. And I really like that concept of just sort of bringing people together who had a common like drive for a specific game. And then I expanded it where I was like, it's cool to focus on just League, but really I kind of have a passion for just all gaming. So I was thinking to myself, there's a lot of people who probably think that same way. So I changed it where I went into streaming, where when I started, no face cam, nothing. I refused to use face cam for the longest time. The only reason why I even went into VTubing is because someone's like, you can have a silly little cat man on screen from Final Fantasy 14. And they even made me a model and everything, like immediately. It was this 3D model. So I've completely changed the way that I look. But the focus has always been on, we are playing games to give the story of what the game is and experience these together. That was it. It was a lot of fun.
That's when I first met you, I think. Is back when you had a little 2D or 3D cat guy.
Yeah, it was my Makote.
I mean, hey, it's any reason's a good reason. Makes sense to me. So yeah, I mean, you're just talking about Final Fantasy characters and all that. I mean, I'm sure that is how both of you met. You're obvious connection there. But what other games do you like to play? What else is in your wheelhouse other than Final Fantasy and all that?
Oh my gosh. So first MMO I ever played was Guild Wars 1. So I played some Guild Wars 2. I've been getting into it more. I started that like when it first came out, and I haven't really touched it except for like very briskly here and there. So I've been playing that. I love playing Resident Evil, Silent Hill, basically any horror game I can get my hands on. Like, I love finding indie games that people have never heard of and just being like, look at this thing that I found, and like waving it over my head, just shaking my hands, going, look, this is cool. You guys should play this thing. Check out this indie game. So things like Shovel Knight, Mina the Hollower, some of the other games that I was thinking of talking about, like Tormented Souls. That one's really fun, especially if you like Resident Evil type games. I don't know if you guys really like horror or not, but yeah.
I mean, I love Resident Evil. I'm not like a big horror guy, but I do just especially love RE. I think Tormented Souls is on sale right now because of the summer sale. Let me see. Yeah, literally Tormented Souls. Oh, I'm seeing it's on Game Billet for $1.70. So
worth it.
Yeah, that sounds. I will consider picking that up for $1.70. That's a steal.
We're good. It's okay. John and I are going to introduce you to the best indie game later on.
Oh boy,
we just might. But yeah, what would be a good highlight for your career so far? Is there anything that you've done that you're particularly proud of, like a single thing, or has it just been like? It's just been great the whole time. I can't pick one thing.
There's a lot of great things. I've helped people find each other when it comes to like friendships and relationships, which has been interesting. They're like telling me about that. People message me and they're like, "Thanks to you, I actually found like someone through the community that I've really like fell in love with," and that's been wonderful. I mean, the same thing happened to me through streaming. Other than that, I mean, just connecting people has always been my favorite thing, and like trying to, I don't want to say be a positive role model because that makes me sound, I don't know, arrogant, but just trying to uplift people is, I love doing that. So I'm going to go with that. And seeing that it actually is paid off, and I'm very happy with that. And charity work's always rewarding.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to shout out about your work, or that you'd like to, let people know about you if they were, just getting to know you for the first time here?
Off the top of my head, like anything specific? I'm not really sure. I
mean, no pressure. If you just think, hey, you know what, let's just hang out now, then it's like, all right, sure, we could just go to that. That's A-okay.
I mean, that's typically how it goes. I'm pretty easygoing.
No problem with that. So, yeah, I mean, well, I know we just had you talk for a little bit, but I figured we'd just give you the floor here again, just to keep chatting here. So, what have you been playing recently? What's something on your plate here? Because we've got like 3 games each, kinda. I mean, I don't know why I said that, but you 2 have 3 games each. We can start jumping around. What's a game you've been playing recently?
I don't know if this is working or not. Hold on, I'm just gonna have it.
Oh yeah,
it's working. Oh, that one. Okay.
This game is so much fun. It is, so basically it plays like one of those top-down old school Legend of Zelda games. I'm thinking Link to the Past. I could say more accurately, it kind of has like the look of Link's Awakening on the Game Boy.
Yes.
So it sits in that like level of like graphics, but it also has extremely fun like maneuverability. The combat in it's a lot of fun. I love Yacht Club games because I love Shovel Knight. I've like some of the things that I bought for like Shovel Knight merch. I'm like hoping that they do the same thing for Mina, because I have a hoodie, I have play cards, I have all this other stuff, and I'm just like, I want that to happen with Mina. saw there was a plushie and I missed my chance to getting it because it sold out immediately. I was like, come on, man.
No.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure it'll come back.
But it's not just like it plays like a Zelda game too. It also has like some Castlevania DNA there in there too, where your main character has 3 weapons that she can choose from the beginning. There's that whip that can break a bunch of stuff, and you can actually like dangle it around and everything. Reminded me of like Super Castlevania 4 on the Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and some of the like ways that the game plays. It is honestly kind of like a scary game sometimes because like you'd be chilling and all of a sudden you hit something and it explodes and there's a clown in there and I'm like, why does this clown keep doing this to me?
Why is everything being inundated with clowns? As a ringling, I am offended that they keep using my people for jump scares.
There's just so many. They're everywhere. I can't get away from them.
I'm sorry.
Clowns.
Maybe try to be a little less startling. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, the music of my people.
My calling card.
Yes.
The game's a lot of fun though. I enjoyed it a lot, despite the scary jump scares. But it's got like a nice aesthetic to it. The mods did a whole bunch of work for it that has really paid off. Where it has so many accessibility features, like literally anyone can play it and have a good time, unless that person was probably somehow, not able to play anymore. The internet turned off. I don't know. That they lost power because I don't think they can do anything about that. Or you can make the game harder.
That you can.
Yeah.
Let's mod the game to turn the power off whenever you die at a boss fight.
Just
you die.
Force itself. Just like, oh, okay.
Your breaker trips.
Oh my god. Make people suffer as much as possible.
The no death like Dark Souls run required.
You thought you were here to have fun and play video games? Well, I've got news for you, buddy.
Like that old what was it? I think Kojima pitched that idea where it was like, oh yeah, if you die, the game just melts. That we're gonna do that now.
No, please.
But what else is up with Mina though? I mean, I've heard a lot of people saying like, oh hey, it's more of a Souls-like than even like a Link's Awakening kind of deal. Like, what else are you feeling about that?
So the Souls-like aspect of it, I think people tag that on to anything where it's like a game gives slight pushback on fighting and it makes the game slightly hard. So people are just like, it's a Souls-like. And also the fact that when you die, you drop a little spark on the ground that can sometimes be absorbed by enemies that you have to break. Otherwise, you run the risk of, you have these things called bones, where when you collect enough, you bone up, which is you like study a skill and then you get better at something, which is like leveling up or kind of like what Dark Souls does. And to that point, like, yeah, that's like where I say the Souls-like part is. Other than that, I mean, the story is not completely vague. That's a Souls thing, where the story is kind of like in the items that you pick up and more in the world itself and the world telling, like the story building from that aspect. I feel like Mina, the story is kind of in your face. And there's a bunch of characters you can talk to, and it's a lot more cheery, kind of.
Yeah, like listening to you and both other Gamesline member Rose talk about it has me really wanting to dig in.
Yeah, like I'm not saying it's not a Souls-like, but I saw people say things like, "I'm so sick of things being Souls-likes," and I'm like, well, it's not really that Souls-like at all. I mean,
yeah, the Souls-like genre is dying. Now it's all Neo-likes, so I'm happy.
Yeah. I love Neo games. Stranger of Paradise, come on.
Best Final Fantasy. Best Final Fantasy action game. Like
Jack, I miss you.
Jack is the best Final Fantasy protagonist. He just wants to kill chaos. And fuck.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
That's I mean, that's where it lies. That's kind of where my thought is on it. Like, it's a good way to like tell people how the respawn system works. But other than that, I mean, this game can be difficult, like I said, but they have accessibility features, which again, I think that even when it came to Elden Ring, the developers were like, we don't want to enable something that makes it so that way we kind of like ruin that feeling that people get from like going through these hard fights or something. Something that made it so that way they were like, we don't want to adjust the difficulty or have like a difficulty setting. Where Mina, it's like, we don't have a difficulty setting, but you have all these features that you can put in, like double jumping, invincibility, and all this other stuff. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always for more options, you know, like as long as it's not detrimental overall to the experience, or you know, just otherwise being, you know, shitty to people or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if it's like, oh, you need to play on baby's mode, it's like, all right, relax. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that you can just do whatever you want with it to make it your own fun experience. And if you want to eventually like play it with like, I don't know, I saw some of the features because I haven't touched it for the modding at all or accessibility features, but I saw there was a double jump, moving faster, and all this other stuff. I was like, that would be fun to just mess around with sometime.
Sure. I saw, I apologize for doing the old, I saw a post because I don't have it on me. But there was a pretty good post that I saw earlier that was like, we need to reverse the difficulty settings where it's not, oh, I'm a baby for playing on easy mode. It's I'm a big nerd for playing on hard mode, and then I'm too busy fucking my partner to play a game on anything other than easy mode. I need to just get this shit over with. It's like,
bro, you don't get it. I work like 50 hours, please. I just want to play the
game. Difficulty setting. I have a fucking job.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, like, I feel that way sometimes too, where I'll just be like, I don't have the freaking time for this. Like, I play through Digimon Time Stranger, and there's an achievement for running through the game again on like super hard difficulty, and then you have to like grind up a bunch of Digimon to do it. And I was just like, I could do this. I absolutely could do this, but it would just be a bunch of time for one achievement. I'm just like, I don't need to prove it to anybody. You don't need to prove it to anybody. That is the thing that I took to heart. Is you don't need to prove it to anybody. That was also when I ran through Symphony of the Night. I got to like 198% of the castle or whatever, and I was like, I can't find the last like whatever percentage. And I just sat there and I was like,
that map.
I'm not doing it for anyone else but me. I don't care. It's gonna be like a couple percentage. It's not gonna change anything. So then I was just like, all right, I finished this game. It's fine, you know. And I think that's how you need to approach games these days. It's just it's your experience. Have it your own way. You know, do Burger King shit with your gaming. That is the
exactly.
Like I 100%ed Final Fantasy VII Remake. But then I saw what you had to do in hard mode to get the platinum in Rebirth, and I just immediately went, well, fuck that. No, I'm not redoing all of the goddamn side quests.
God, yeah, do them again. It was fun.
No. Yeah. I don't want to
after that, you can do it again.
I don't want to do the shitty mini games in hard difficulty again. No.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Because I was going to say for Final Fantasy VII... Okay, good. They didn't get rid of the old version of it. I have the old version of Final Fantasy VII on Steam, the 2013 one. This is one that was released on the PC. They ended up, I think, updating it, which is good because it used not controller inputs, numpad inputs for your controls, because that's what the original PC version did. So trying to play on a controller and your character starts saying you need to press enter and cancel and okay to do this mechanic. And I was like, I have to do what? Brother, it's a numpad.
Yeah.
But some of the achievements that were like, this is strictly just for padding. And I got them because I was like, sure, let's do it. One of them was get 99,999,999 gil. And another one was you have to master and have each materia in your inventory.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, really? Like, I'm going to do it. But this is such a time sink and a waste of my time. I could be doing anything else with this. Okay.
Every time.
Yep. It is very much play what you want, how you want, and have fun with it. And if some goober on the internet's going to be like, well, I played it by going into this fight completely naked with a spoon. I was like, oh, cool. I didn't.
I mean, yeah, good for you. But...
yeah, cool. Did you like record it, put it up on YouTube? That would be fun to watch, but like, who fucking cares, bro?
You're like, nice job, man. I'm gonna go have fun now. Bye.
Yeah.
Not everyone can be let me solo her.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be.
No. As long as you're having fun. Also, that Symphony of the Night map is bullshit. I just want to say. I know how it felt. Like I remember combing the whole map and like looking at it, scanning it pixel by pixel, being like, what am I missing? What is this? Drove me insane. I think I had that happen with the last stream of it that I did too, where I asked chat to help me because I was like, guys, do you see what we're missing so we can get 100%? I'm going crazy.
Yeah, because I mean, I was playing it. I played it on a PSP. I got the what was it? The there was that like it was they like did a remake of oh my god,
yeah, it was Symphony of the Night and blood I got Bloodlines.
No, it wasn't Bloodlines. It was hang on, I'm gonna Google.
It was the other.
Rondo. Yeah. It was they did a remake of Rondo of Blood, and then in that game they like you could unlock the original version of Rondo and Symphony of the Night if you like did certain things, which was really cool. Like that, it was just like, oh hey, yeah, here's this nice updated version of Rondo, and also the you know the remaster or the original version, Dracula X or whatever. What?
Am I thinking of the right game? But one of them is like insanely hard, the version that they have on Steam, and I just remember save stating like a million times at the end because I was like, I'm not putting up with this shit.
I couldn't tell you.
Yep. That's Rondo.
I mean, yeah, Rondo is really hard. Rondo's really hard, but you only had to do like a little bit. I think you unlocked Symphony of the Night just by like, I don't know. I think it was like in the first level, you just had to find like a secret area, and so it was just like, yeah, just go here, and I think you just like straight up like pick up like a disc or something. Like it was just like, there you go. But oh yeah, and it is a slightly updated version of Symphony on the on that because they added in some
the voices are different.
Yeah, the voices are different, which is a bummer, but they did add in some items that got removed from the original US PlayStation version. So
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you don't get What is a Man, but you get new items of some sort. So, you know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you miss out on the amazing voice delivery of "Thank you, I would do such a thing." No, I go. Excuse me.
I mean, I got a copy of original Symphony on PS1 recently, so I'm good. I got that was a get. Oh my goodness. Sometimes, listen, Facebook Marketplace is the place. Sometimes you look on there, and sometimes there are people that are just like, hey, I just want to get rid of this stuff, and then it's like, oh, you're selling Symphony of the Night and Digimon World and a PS1 for like $70. Okay, I'm on my way. You know, like
I will gladly take that. Thank you.
But Lorelai, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've been playing? What's on your plate?
So I am now about 3/4 of the way through the Adventures of Elliot, the Millenium Tales, or as I like to call it, the Yap Session. Cause those guys, they really, even if you turn it on, don't talk that much. They still talk way too fucking much. And I hate it because there's I wish I could just turn off all like them commenting on like certain things, because I said it last week. There's a lot of really good dialogue in some of that stuff. But the fact that it's just incessant yapping constantly of hearing this fairy every 2 seconds, yay, let's go, let's see what's in this dungeon. I wonder what we can do here. Every time you turn a corner, it's just like, oh, please stop. Please stop. Oh my God.
I heard you can lower that down, but it's still
that's
yappy.
me talking about it being lowered.
Yeah.
It's insufferable. It's excessive to a point of this definitely makes it hard to go, you should play this, you should absolutely play this game. It goes from, this is a great Zelda that you should absolutely play, to, hey, listen. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's more dialogue than that, but honestly, I think I would rather have, hey, listen, rather than...
At that point, I'll tone it out.
Rather than, how are we supposed to beat this boss? I wonder how we are going to be able to do damage to it. Oh, maybe that thing on its head. Oh, but how do we get it to come down? Oh, hey, look, it's down. Hey, attack it now. Oh my God. Shut up.
Grabbing the bottle, and I'm just gonna trap. Okay, you can go in the pocket.
Like,
there you go.
The action of the game feels so good. Like, genuinely, the gameplay is phenomenal. It feels really good. Get a big old chain kill going of like 100 some monsters between getting hit. Or maybe getting hit once, because you could equip accessories that let you not break a chain after getting hit once, so you're just getting tons of rupees. I mean, monies? Whatever they call it. I think it's pawn. But it really is just, I hate that the more I play, the more I enjoy playing it, but also the less I want to play. Like,
oh no.
Because I think its biggest issue is it is 4 maps. World maps. They are all the exact same map. All the same stuff is in the same places, the same dungeons. You just have access to different areas because they're in different parts of time. But, like, it's still all the same map over and over and over and over, which has me, despite enjoying the combat more as I go on, it has me enjoying the game, the exploration less. It's a very conflicting game for me, because I really like playing it, but I also hate playing it, need to play other games like in the meanwhile, because I can only play so much at once before the droning and the, hey, I just did the same dungeon 3 times in a row kind of get to me.
I feel that. It drives me crazy. Honestly, when stuff like that happens, you got either the character who just, is there to just be the backseat to help you navigate through everything. I remember watching someone notice when that was about to happen, I think in Metroid Prime 4, as soon as the other side character started talking to them, they opened the menu and they just took the voice volume slider and just lowered it completely. They're like, okay, good. Now we can enjoy the game. But for puzzles, it drives me crazy when it's like you've been in this room for maybe 2 seconds. You just walked in. You tried maybe one solution. It didn't work. And then the game's like, this is the solution. I'm like, really? You just got to tell us? Like, you can't let people think?
Like,
no,
this
never.
game doesn't really fully do that, but they tell you, like, how to do it. It's like, wow, there are those blocks there. I wonder if you could slide them. But, like, it doesn't tell you where to slide. But none of the puzzles are fucking hard. None of them are hard at all. They're all, like, every single, like, puzzle dungeon, I have not failed once. I've just been like, oh, okay. Okay. I guess thank you for that heart piece. I can't wait to get 3 more so I can get another heart container on my life bar.
Yeah.
It's the most like egregiously blatant Zelda clone. It's
Belda.
yeah, it's Elda.
Yeah, the Adventures of Belda. It reminds me of Tunic with the way that it does puzzles, except Tunic doesn't have something that tells me what to do. In fact, Tunic makes it much harder.
Yeah. And Tunic's puzzles were the best part of that game. I fucking loved Tunic. Like, the puzzles were so much fun to do.
Those puzzles were amazing, and I'm so happy that there was nothing that was like, maybe you should look at the manual you've been putting together for clues on what to do. I was just like, let's just look at this. Oh, wait a minute. It's telling me how to actually play the game. Good job, manual.
There you go.
Yeah. I think the worst example of like a modern game that did that to me, where it was in Rebirth. There was, without getting into like spoilers, there's one point where you're supposed to like open up a door with a chain. And then I didn't realize that there was a thing next to it that I had to attach it to so that way it would stay open. The chain went back and the game's just like, there's a thing right there to attach it to. It's like, come on, man.
I remember that one. Oh, I know exactly what you're fucking talking about. That annoyed the shit out of me.
My eyes rolled into my head and so far back that they just came out of my ass. I was like, well, you gotta be kidding me, man.
Yeah.
It's always something. But let's see here. I suppose I will go next here. So okay, I extra lied. I only really have like one game that I played this past week because I did play a little marathon. Still, I'm not great at that game, so I mostly just play it when some of my other good at marathon friends hop on. And I mostly just treat that game as like a kind of like a conversation lubricant, you know, just like, hey, we're hanging out in here. We can run around and sneak around and shoot dudes and find items and chat. That's kind of how I treat it. And that's also probably why I keep getting killed all the time, because I'm not taking it super serious. You know, I don't know. It's fine.
What, John? You aren't a sweat? You aren't a sweaty marathon gamer?
I sure am not. I cannot say that I am, but I can say that I did play all the way through the new Deltarune chapter.
I didn't yet.
I'm not gonna spoil anything. I promise. Okay, I promise. Big promise. All right.
Making everyone jealous, John.
I'm sorry.
Tell me your opinion, at least.
I mean, I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was just yet another sensational entry in the Deltarune pantheon, as it were. You know, like I wasn't surprised by the quality, but I was surprised at a lot of the stuff that went down in that game. Like, it was just very entertaining. The new gameplay mechanic, which I will not spoil, but there's a new big gameplay mechanic that adds a lot of genuine depth to the gameplay. And I very much loved the new characters. There's most of them are pretty funny. A lot of new vocal stims have been added to the repertoire, as it were. There's, you know, the new secret boss is fun.
Yay.
They are pretty difficult, though, I will say. Not necessarily, and I will say I kind of feel like the reason why the fight is difficult is something that they might want to patch, because I don't think it's necessarily an issue with like difficulty per se, and more just like it's a little hard to parse where things are going at times. And again, not to spoil anything, but it's one of those things where like attacks will sort of overlap to where something else is going to fall, so it makes it a little difficult to see where things are at certain points.
Yeah, can trip you up.
That would be something that might get changed. But otherwise, it was sensational. Great new music. It's way more character focused, I would say, this time, which I am all for. I know that a lot of the fandom is upset because their theories haven't been proven true or false yet, but fuck them, because it's chapter 5 of 7. What do
we
you
have
think
2 more
is gonna
chapters.
happen? Yeah, like, just wait. Okay, there's 2 more friggin' chapters. But yeah, no, it's up there with one of the best. Like, I don't know. I don't want to, like, it's a little hard to not be all, oh, this is better than this chapter and worse than this chapter. But I don't think that ranking them like that is very useful because it's all part of a whole. But I thought it was what it's setting up and what it's developing on was all great, and I'm continuing to look forward to the rest of it.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite chapter so far?
I still want to keep dwelling on this because it might be this one, but I do still really love chapter 2. Like the characters in chapter 2, like Queen and Spamton, are some of my favorite characters still. So
yeah,
I wouldn't like add any of. I might add some of the characters from this chapter to my favorite characters list in Deltarune, but like I don't think anyone has hit Queen and Spamton's level yet for me. Like, though they are so goddamn funny and so interesting and unique and fun to like kind of mash into other stuff, like Queen continuing to show up in further chapters is always really fun, and then other stuff that happens that that you can potentially run into in chapter 3 and all that. Very cool stuff. But no, I mean, this is definitely a highlight chapter for sure, though. For sure.
Good.
In my opinion, it is.
I love. I feel the same way about chapter 2. Where even though I love chapter 3 and 4, 2 is so much fun for me because of Queen and Spamton. I actually made a video talking about the horror aspects of Deltarune and why they're so good and can like get people who are much younger into enjoying horror. And I had to talk so much about Spamton, and I was like, Jesus, I didn't realize, like, if you look at the horror aspects of this, you miss so much of what Spamton is if you just play the game straight. And I didn't talk about Queen at all, because Queen's just there for comedic relief, really. Like, that's it. But Spamton, oh my god, that character it's depressing. Depressing, scary, wonderful. There's so many great, like, things about Spamton that I love. Chapter 3, I also really like, but that's more for maybe a personal thing when it comes to like because I'm just talking about like the horror aspects of this now, just because of the video, which is why I'm super excited to play 5. I don't know if it's going to be like have any of that in there, but for 3, we had like call back to video game creepypastas. Like, you find a haunted game cartridge, you could walk away from it, but you keep going back and playing it. Like, this isn't a good idea, but you can't help yourself. I love that. I love yeah.
Deltarune's great. Yeah, they keep making good stuff Bangers. With that,
The music's fantastic. The whole experience is wonderful. It's so good.
I will say, again, not to spoil anything, but I will say that there's maybe not a ton of horror-esque stuff in the main stuff, but hey, you know what? You're gonna see what's going on maybe in that maybe in a different route, I'll just leave it at that.
Might be a little weird if you ask me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I didn't play that, but I watched it on YouTube, and I was just like, oh, okay, they're doing this.
All right,
interesting.
So I have no idea where that pathway is going. I don't know anything about where the story is going, but I'm totally fine with character development. Like we both said, there's 2 more chapters left. Like I don't need to have all of my answers revealed immediately, because then it's like, okay, cool. Now I know who Skibbity Skoo is. Cool.
Yeah.
But there goes the mystery about that. Now I have 2 chapters of what? Looking at them?
Yeah.
Nice.
She's already.
And I mean, there's ways to do that, like I don't think that that's necessarily like impossible, where it's like, oh my goodness, I'm, never ever, like episodes of Columbo, who the killer is the entire time, but it's still fun to watch, those episodes and all that. Like there are ways to do it. It's just like the way that Deltarune's going, it's like I don't need to worry about that. They're giving me what I need.
No, they got plenty.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We will see what happens over time. That is what I am like. I'm just like, yeah, you don't know yet? Good. We'll come back. We'll see it.
Yep.
Like But yeah, I mean that's basically all I got up to majorly. If you want, we want to hop back over to you, Xyros. What else have you been playing?
I just started playing. I'll just talk about it like very briefly, because I just started playing Alien Isolation again since the second one's coming out. I played that first one a long time ago. Good lord, that game still scares the bejesus out of me.
Yeah,
the sound direction is terrifying. I can't stand hearing like things thumping around. Knowing what the alien sounds like and knowing that it's lurking is terrifying. Versus when, like, just even when you first started, everything about it's so freaky. I haven't even had to deal with like the alien stalking me yet, like actively, and I'm just like, oh god, please help me. It's so good.
Like, but honestly, the fix-it robots are the scariest fucking monsters in video games.
Those I can't remember what they're called, the Average Joe or whatever. Yeah, I hate those things too. The whole game is just wonderful, and I can't wait to see what they come up with the second one. But a game that I just finished playing was Romancing Saga 2. I think I have an image of it. Let me just pull it up. That was that JRPG that came out in like 1993 that got remade. So it's a little bit more modernized now. Revenge of the Seven. Some good aspects of it. It has very fun combat, I'd say, especially for its age. The way that the mechanics in it work, if you're used to like most JRPGs or even RPGs, you beat stuff up, you level up, you get abilities. In this, you fight stuff with specific weapons or spells, and you actually start slowly getting better at those when you keep playing. The focus isn't so much on your character, because it takes place through many time skips and generations where you're the emperor of a land, and eventually your character will either just leave the throne and just walk away from it, and then someone else will become emperor, or they will die of natural causes, or they die in the campaign, and then someone else takes their place and becomes emperor, but inherits all of their skills and memories, and you go forward and keep going. The title Revenge of the Seven refers to the fact that there are 7 heroes that have come back to destroy humanity because of something that happened, and the story is mostly revolving around figuring out what happened to the 7, why are they so angry at humanity, and what happened there. It's not really about your character or any of the people that join your party. Like, they all have little itty-bitty story bits that they put in the game for your party that you recruit, but it all pretty much goes down to like the combat and then figuring out who you're fighting. Which honestly, I like things more like Deltarune, where the focus is more on the characters and watching them grow and develop. So for me, that was a bit of a negative, but I love the combat and the way that played. So overall, it was fun, especially seeing it get remade from a game that's so old. So I can't like dock it too much. Games back then, like this is before, I think, or like slightly after Final Fantasy IV came out. So even back then, RPGs didn't really have like in-depth plots or whatever. It was mostly just like, find the magic MacGuffin because something evil's happening. There's an evil wizard. and that was basically the story. And then you were just some nameless dude who was like, okay, I'll do that.
Mhm.
Yeah. But my general opinion on it is the game's fun, good music. If you want, you can play it with like classic sounds on, so you'll get like the old school sounding music too.
Love it.
Yeah, so, which is always nice. You get classic scores with like the 16-bit systems and whatnot from like the Famicom. But other than that, I mean, if you love JRPGs, this is probably really fun. I would probably say maybe if you're not familiar with the genre, it might be difficult to get into, or if you're not someone who enjoys just like the combat of JRPGs, this could be difficult. But otherwise, it's fun. I'd say don't play the game on hard.
Yeah.
All it does is bloat HP and make things hit harder. It doesn't add anything to the game. I actually had a problem where the difficulty went from the game actually kicking my ass at the beginning to just becoming like, okay, well, now everything just takes a little bit longer to die, but I'm having no problem. And I'd probably play the same way on normal. So I was like, what was the point? I don't know why I did this to myself.
The difficulty setting of let's just turn everything into an HP sponge. I love it. It's like, hey, let's just turn everything into a Last of Us enemy.
Basically, yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, like, overall fun.
The SaGa games are so interesting to me because they are just so different. Because like I love that you have like the package of like the Final Fantasy Adventure 1 and 2 Game Boy games that's also available there, which were just SaGa games. Same with like, I mean, Final Fantasy 2 was the original SaGa game, pretty much. And just, yeah. I love the stupid battle system of those games so much. Just how you do have the ability to just horrifically break a character in the dumbest ways. So it's just like everything is just dead.
Yep. It's definitely what happened. It's like, oh, look, an encounter. Everything just exploded. I'm going to move on now.
All right. Bye. Yeah, I just hit everything to death in one hit. Let's go on. No, it's like that is one. I haven't played the remake of it yet. I watched you play, and I've wanted to actually just go back to it because I do have a really soft spot for that series.
It's fun.
Romancing Saga, like there are some of the Saga Frontier games that I am desperately hoping they remake too, or re-release in a way. They've only done one of them so far, and I want more.
Yeah, like 100%. I think the game's fun. I had a blast with it, but I know people probably like more character development in their games probably wouldn't appreciate it as much. But I had fun with it. Like it was a great time. And also, they played. I went to an orchestra for a bunch of just like Square Enix songs.
Ooh. Oh, hey, I was at that last week too.
Yeah, did you heard the Romancing Saga songs?
Yep.
Yeah. My reaction at first was yay, but then also, oh god, they're going to show me things I haven't seen yet. So I went from like yay to
close your eyes.
Yeah. It was fun though, like hearing the music, and that's what made me want to get up and be like, okay, we need to, because I've been playing it, but streaming RPGs takes a bit, so it took me a while to actually get to the end. But I was like, all right, I need to knuckle up and finish this because, like, I feel bad that I've slacked on it so long. It was good.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Lorelai, how about you? Hit us with something else.
So over the last week, I've been playing, like I just wanted a break from the Adventures of Elliot, and I needed to take a break from that. If I want annoying little buddies off to the side making funny sounds and saying things a lot, I'm going to play Fantasy Life I, a Girl Who Steals Time. Because it's had a ton of updates that have come out since I last played it. Like I 100%ed that base game. But since then they've added an exploration challenge mode And now they added a roguelike mode in there, which is like, oh, we've got a bunch of special items that you can only get through this, and you go into a little dreamscape and you do all your stuff. You start from level 1, you pick up items and chests and whatnot from cutting down trees, beating enemies, just finding them in the world, and you just move from island to island to island until you reach the boss. And it's just reminding me how much fun that frickin' game is. They really made an incredible game, and I did not think they had it. I did not think level 5 had that in them anymore. Like, they've been really, like, their last few releases have left me like, oh god, what the fuck? And then, you know, the Fantasy Life mobile game wasn't good, and then you know, and then they released this, and yeah, it's been out for a couple of years, but it is still just such a good feeling game. It's genuinely, like, the crafting is simple but fun. As you get more buddies with you, you start getting their bonus abilities, so everything becomes, like, a lot easier and less frustrating and less mashy. Like, having to do a tap thing and only having it take like 5 taps instead of 10 is the best feeling in the world, because god damn it, I can never get an excellent when you ask me to tap. I just can't tap that fast. It's fucking hard. But just like everything about that game was made right. Like, you'd think with a game with that much in it, that at least one part wouldn't feel good, but everything in there, the combat, the crafting, the gathering, the fishing, the cutting down trees and mining and doing all these things, it works, and it works well, and it feels good, and just makes me want to keep going back to it. Like, I was just using it as a break, and I ended up playing for like 10 hours the other day, because it was just that good of a game.
It's good.
Yeah, and that's all end game stuff. I'm just fucking around with, hey, I finished the story. What else is there that this thing has to do? And the fact that I'm still getting this much enjoyment out of it is really nice.
Yeah. All right. We can hit up the news now, and then actually, we can come back.
No, let's John, let's finish one we've both been playing, I think.
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, I haven't played it in a hot minute. I mean, Lorelai, if you want to continue to talk about it,
I've been playing more Fox Quest 2.
Okay. Yeah, what else have you been up to?
I will say this. I am almost done with the game, I think.
Almost done.
I finally have been fishing with soldiers.
This name.
There you go.
The funniest thing I've ever done. Like, the fishing in the game might be the most fun I've had with the game. I actually think that the dialogue keeps killing me. Just the sound bubbles not matching up. Legitimately,
it's real good.
Legitimately, the only part of this game that I did not like was the second boss they run you into, where you have to reflect the bombs back at the fucking thing.
Right.
Because
that could be a little
aim
rough.
The aim sucks ass. I mean, it's a guy with MS Paint. I could forgive it, but God, that boss pissed me off to no end. And just, it keeps being the most, like, I keep getting so much enjoyment out of just talking to people.
Sure.
Just, we're gonna get the coolest daddy kiddo award, and then you talk to the dad, I'm gonna twist your dick off. Like, what?
What the?
It's just so funny, because, like, every character has a voiced line of dialogue. that is not what is in the text box. And it's always something completely ridiculous.
Yeah,
and
they'll
stupid.
just say shit. Yeah. It's very good. It's very good.
Yeah, I went to go look it up, and I'm just like, oh, all right.
Yeah, reading that store page, it truly is a boys' game for boys. It's a game for
When I was your age, I already had 4 dads.
Yep.
You were such a disappointment.
Yeah, the best part about that line is the voiced line of dialogue is, "Who needs beer when you got television and magazines?"
Hot.
Thank you for letting me know, Dad.
It's so stupid.
It's incredible. It's fucking incredible.
It's just
they made one of the games of all time.
Thank you, Dad.
It truly is like a beautiful fucking thing. Like every patch note continues to be just like the dumbest shit ever, where it's just like, oh yeah, I fucked up a thing. Also I made the developer shit his pants. Just really dumb. Really dumb and beautiful.
Let me see what the latest update was, because let me see. Was events and announcements. Let me see. Yeah, because he wanted there to be 100% achievement, and then it just wasn't there. And then it was like, hey players, I fucked up big time, but it's fixed now. I forgot to add the 100% achievement to Steam, even though the game had it. This is a super common mistake, and I bet even you did it at some point too.
Totally.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of game that this is.
It's a beautiful thing. It's more games need to be this, and also the music continues to get better.
It's got a great soundtrack. A great soundtrack. Like genuinely,
it did sound really
awesome.
good from the trailer.
Yeah, and like a game called Fucks Quest 2 actually fucks.
That is what we want.
It's what we want.
Thank you, Fucks Quest. I love seeing games like that. Like there was that, and then there is a Mega Man 2 game on Steam. I think it's called Mega Mem. Mega Mem. I need to see if I can figure out what it was. Hold on, it's in my library. Let me look this up. Mem. Mega Mem. That's right. It is MS Paint drawn all of the, I think, Mega Man 2 bosses, like areas, with kazoo music, and it's so bad though. This one's bad. It's not. It's terrible, but it's just fun to see that something like this exists. It's like, all right, that was a fan made, definitely.
Well, don't worry. It does have family sharing, so you only have to buy it once for your whole family.
Yep.
Oh, good. Like I can share it with everyone in my family, so they can all see that we're playing Fucks Quest.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
It's important. It's important.
Yeah.
No, one of my roommates did say, because I was trying to get screenshots and stuff for the review that I posted of it, and when I was doing that, one of my roommates was like, John, I saw something pop up multiple times that said you were playing a game called Fucks Quest 2, and I didn't want to bring it up, but I did look at it and I saw what it was, and now I was like, oh, okay. I didn't want to call you out for playing a porno game, but I was like, no, it's not a porno game. It has no porno breasts in it. You can play it on Twitch. So
I was gonna say, don't look it up on Google. It's not a good idea.
Hey, do you know how hard it was to find the fucking image for the background of my thing?
No, there was I think there was an old
yes,
fuck quest game that was like a point and click game in the early 90s, late 80s, and now it's like, here's the sequel where it's a shithead Zelda
basically. Yeah, that's what came up when I was looking. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? And then I saw the thing. I was like, wait, check this on Steam instead. This is probably appropriate for that. And I was like, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta have Fucks Quest. It's Fucks Quest 2 because it's about fuck and he's on a quest.
Yeah, the main character's name is Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
We love him. Thank you.
You have to beat a jock with a stick. in a knockback fight.
Yeah. And I love another thing that I love about that game that is just so stupid is that every NPC, when you hit them with your knockback stick or sword, if you know you're not in a fight, like an actual battle with them, you can just hit them with things, and every time it plays the exact same sound effect. It just goes and it's just for every character, and you could just go up and just it's masterful. It's masterful.
Beautiful. It's a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
I miss when, you know, every developer should be able to make their own Gymkata, and this guy did.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, everyone needs a Fox Quest too.
Yep.
True. It's true. All right, Xyros, wrap us up with what you've been playing, and then we'll hit the news.
Boy, okay, so I mentioned briefly about Tormented Souls before, but I actually finished the second one.
There you
Tormented
go.
Souls 2. Whoa. A lot of cool things about this game. I really like the way that it looks. It does very much like old school Resident Evil stuff where it uses fixed camera angles almost everywhere. Not entirely everywhere, because there's spots where it acts more like Silent Hill where the map's a bit more open. It does actually blend together the two games, because there are points where you go into what I'll call is like the other world, where wherever you are has like a twisted dark version of it where there's like hanging bodies everywhere and just all this other demonic stuff going on. The game is very fun. I don't want to give away the plot, but it starts off very quickly on the first one, and the second one does the almost exact same thing in terms of how like it just hits the ground running and just sends you on your way. I love that there are almost no actual guns. The gun that you use primarily through both games is actually just a nail gun. You don't use like a pistol or anything. And I think that's very unique. I don't think I see that pretty much anywhere else in the survival horror universe. It's always just like shotgun or normal pistol, assault rifles, stuff like that. You do make a shotgun, but you make it out of like just lead piping and a bunch of other goofy shit. Then it's super silly. For the second one, they expanded the amount of weapons you get, and I think in the first one there was maybe like 4 weapons. In this one, you get different melee weapons, but then you also get new weapons, including an explosive crossbow, which is cool. I mean, we've seen crossbows before. I'm excited for Resident Evil Code Veronica because I think Claire uses a crossbow in that one. That was pretty cool. Tormented Souls 2 was a fun watch as a viewer. I haven't played them myself because I'm a horror wuss. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It did the great sound designs again. A lot of creaking noises. Things would randomly start breaking and popping around you as you're walking down a bunch of spooky hallways. They did a lot with the fixed space that they had from fixed camera angles. The game actually looks very pretty, other than the character models can be a little goofy. Like I had moments where your main character, her name's Caroline Wildberger. Caroline's hair would clip through her head, or like part of her skirt would clip up, and I was just like, oh, well, that shouldn't have happened, but okay. But it's a small indie studio. You know, what do I expect? I've played both of their games, and I thought they were both fantastic, and it fills that void of like wanting to play a Resident Evil game. The first one has puzzles that are way more difficult than the second one, I think, to a point of being kind of unfair. The first one, some of the puzzles were very difficult to understand, and you had to really think way too much to figure out how it works in some cases, or have a lot of outside knowledge to understand what you're supposed to do. So I like that they dialed that back. The story in it also is a lot more fun. In the first one, the setting normally just takes place in like one area. In the second one, it kind of expanded past that, and I really like that. And I'm kind of hoping to make a third one because the game is fun, and if they keep polishing them and making them better, then hey, that's a win. Everything in it is excellent. Other than the boss fights, which are just they're not bad in terms of like they're unfair. It's more they're not very well put together. But the combat in it is kind of goofy anyway. Like you have a back step which serves as like a dodge for attacks, but I think the invincibility frames on going backwards last so long that you can pretty much dodge anything by just taking a step backwards when something's like slashing at you and stuff. It's really silly. But the character, like the monster designs are great, music's great, the setting is great, everything in them is just fantastic. So if you like survival horror and Resident Evil stuff, it's a lot of fun. 100% recommend it. I love these games.
Ooh.
Yep.
All right. Always good to hear some new good ass gaming experiences.
Yeah,
for sure.
The games that don't
Tormented
get
Souls.
talked about a lot on here. Like that's what's cool about stuff like this.
Alrighty. Well, let's see here. I guess we can hit up the news then. So let's see. Xyros, is there anything that you wanted to bring up that we don't have on here? I mean, you don't have to, but we can. You're welcome to contribute a news story that you want to talk about from this past week.
From this past week, I don't really think I have anything.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't leaving you out.
Yeah, nope, I got nothing.
All right. Well, let's do the. God, we've been trying not to linger on the bad stuff, but the big piece of news that happened this past week was a big layoff again. So we're gonna touch on that real quick, and of course, I don't want to again linger too much on the bad, but
See, my one's funny bad, so let's do the bad first, and then we can laugh at a shitty company doing something
actually
dumb
looking
later.
Yeah, looking at yours, I actually have one to bounce it off of Lorelai, but we'll go down the line.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I don't remember if we spoke on Destiny's 2's development wrapping up, but that did happen. There is not going to be any more major updates for Destiny 2 anymore. I don't know if they said that they're just not even going to do any kind of bug fixes or anything anymore, but I do know that they're not making new content. That is for sure. But pretty much as soon as that happened, they went, all right, well, now we're just going to... They didn't say this is what was going to happen, but it seems like they just fired everybody on the Destiny team. They just cleaned it up. They got rid of all their cinematics team. They got rid of a lot of people, and a lot of those people have been there for ages. I think there were some folks that said that they were posting on Blue Sky hey, I got let go, and they were yeah, I've been here since Halo 2. It's been it's pretty bad over there. I mean, it makes sense in that they're not going to be working on a new Destiny, and they're just going to be working on Marathon. They could just have the Marathon team there, and then it makes sense that they're not going to have they just don't want to have people sitting there. But then the next question is, but wait, why aren't they making a Destiny 3 or something else? Why haven't they moved this team over to something else? What are they doing? And yeah, the answer to that is just poor management. Much like the answer is most of the time is that the people in charge are bad at this, and they can't they're like, oh, Destiny 2 started to make less money over time because that's what happens, and people move on to different things. But they don't put two and two together and realize, oh, if we released a Destiny 3, we would get a lot of people all at once to come back,
And you could rebuild your development pipeline into one that people actually enjoy, so you're not cutting off content that pisses people off, that makes them not come back to Destiny 2. And
that, and also I've been seeing a lot of people saying, oh yeah, no, it took them a while to hit their stride, but the latest update for Destiny 2 is really good. The last thing that they added. And now it's like, okay, well, that team could have stayed together and made
something else.
Yeah.
And continue to build on it, and then they're not now. So great job, everybody.
It's so frustrating. And then you still have Sony out there going, we're still really dedicated to games as a service. We're still really dedicated to it because we know it works. It's like, you've been fucking it up left and right. You continue to keep not letting teams do what they need to do to fix it, because you did have guys on the Destiny team go coming out and say, hey, we're trying to address all of the people's complaints and we're getting some good patches going and getting that, and then it's just like, fuck you, we're shutting them down. It's like, it sucks.
I will say that I do think that you kind of need to read between the lines for some of that stuff. They're saying, oh, we are still, married to the idea of games as a service. And I don't believe that at all. I just think that they need to say that because they have their shareholders and they don't want to scare them because, Marathon is a games as a service and they don't want people to be like, oh, well, we just released Marathon and we're going to shut it down now too. Because then, or also, hey, I think they have that Horizon games as a service thing that they're still supposed to be coming out with. I think they're just saying that because they don't want everyone to jump ship immediately. I don't think that, I think that they are going to move away from it overall soon. It is proven to be a bad decision, and yeah, that would be great. And I mean, as Torsten 15 is saying in there that a lot of talented people are going to be free from the oversight. The problem is that those people are entering a job market that is a disaster, and
right now,
it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult to get hired for anything right now. So I mean, I think that these folks are, they deserve better, but the real answer should be, hey, those folks should have been reassigned to something else instead of just getting fired. And
so just dropped.
And now you're going to end up in a place where a lot of them are just going to go, fuck working in games.
Exactly.
Or some of them
shouldn't be the case.
My big hope, some of them go, hey, we have the talent, we love working together. Let's make a game ourselves.
Indeed.
Put it out there. Hopefully make some money and a killer. I mean, you've got a lot of talent that would be able to make the best damn first-person shooter on the market.
No, honestly, I think that's the way to go, especially when it comes to the way that AAA games are right now. We can take looking at another thing that came up in the news, GTA 6, and it's super of highest edition is $100, and that is what gives you the ability to do things that the other games before it had as basic things for players to use, like customizing your car and getting tattoos and other cosmetics for your character is now locked.
It's really apparent that the $100 version of that game is the complete version of that game. They wanted to charge $100. Yeah, they wanted to charge $100 for it, and they just the world isn't ready yet, I guess. And it's it should never be ready for that. That's too much. And you don't need to be putting $2 billion into this video game because. A lot of the reasons why this game it cost as much to develop are going to be things that nobody actually gives a shit about, and they wouldn't miss it, oh, you can see every single leaf on a tree. Who fucking cares, Man,
I'm not standing there staring at the trees.
I'm driving past them in my stolen car.
Exactly.
It's
the
ridiculous.
the loud weirdos that do care about that stuff also don't care about games as an art form and as a business. They just want to complain about things on social media. So fuck them, you know?
Yeah, I agree with Torsten. I feel bad for the team, the development team, yes, because I don't see a way that it's going to live past the expectation and hype. Where I think that's what they hope, and I at some point I feel like it's just better to go indie, and like I get so much value off of these games that are like $20-$30. I get about the same amount of time that I play it, and I still have tons of fun. Like you can find roguelikes that you'll get lost in, or games like Flux Quest that you just, it's something about it sucks you in, and then you just like, damn, that was a lot of fun. And then you play the next big AAA release, and it's like, well, that was okay. How much did that cost me again?
Yeah, a significant amount of my favorite games have been like $40 Square Enix releases and stuff, like Octopath Zero coming out at $40 is a new game. Like, you know, you could still make games like that. I think Elliot was 50, and it's like, yeah, I feel like I'm getting my money's worth with some of these when I'm spending like $40.
Yeah.
But when I'm like, you're asking for $80 and whatnot, and I'm sorry, the only game I have ever spent $80 on and will ever spend $80 on was Final Fantasy III on release.
Ooh.
Like,
nice.
Yeah, Super Nintendo games used to be $80, but that's also because video games weren't a huge industry yet. Like, and it's
I mean,
yeah.
The one problem with all that though is like the money for indie games is also not all over the place too, you know, like and people should be able to have insurance and you know, all that stuff that a job would give you. And
are you okay?
You know,
that's something that indies can't really provide. Like we just saw
no, you're fine.
Mina the Hollower. Apparently, Yacht Club Games was saying that if Mina the Hollower didn't sell well, that their studio would actually close down, and that was so sad to see, because the Shovel Knight is amazing. Like going into that and going, oh god, they have to hope that this game does well, otherwise all of those people are out of jobs. And it's not like they're being held to some standard from like shareholders and stuff. It's just that it costs them so much time from productivity that the studio would have to shut down because they wouldn't be able to stay funded anymore.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the game sold so well that they're like, hell yeah, we're in business. Let's keep it going. Yeah. But yeah, it was sad to see that.
Yeah, it's fucked that a studio like that, and I mean, again, it's like I don't think that they ever really needed to worry about it, but the fact that that is something that needed to be worried about at all is really depressing.
Sad.
You know, it's just yeah.
I mean, it is like looking at our local, like we've had a small indie studio here in Portland that just were almost ready to release a game, and their landlord raised their rent on them, and they had to shut down the company because it just not enough money to pay rent, not enough money to finish the game. You know, they had to decide between, do I live, or do I have to just shut this whole thing down? Because I can't pay any of the people who who are helping me make this anymore. And that's what they had to do. They had to shut down their company because, hey, sucks.
So that's the bad news. It's because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Bungie, it's Rockstar, it's the indies.
I don't have an answer. I just have the information, and you know, we just gotta work together and push forward for better protections.
We're all hoping.
Yeah. So then, Lorelai, go ahead and tell us about the dumb shit that's been going on recently instead.
Hey, so
yeah, what's going on?
Everyone knows I am a huge shill for Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja. I mean,
As
Neo
you are.
and all that, just such good. So everything they do is good and smart decisions, like everything. So they re-released Dead or Alive 6 as Dead or Alive 6 Last Round. Which is a $40 package with almost all of the original Dead or Alive 6. However, if you owned all the DLC for Dead or Alive 6, that does not carry over. Also,
you have to rebuy everything.
You have to rebuy everything, including the DLC characters, and they're $5 more expensive. And
excuse me?
The costume packs are $10 more expensive than they were originally. And hey, fucking Team Ninja, what the fuck? How, like, Dead or Alive 6 is the funniest thing because they stopped supporting that game because of the negative reaction that the price of their costume packs and shit like that was getting. And their DLC characters being too expensive. They stopped supporting that game and stopped all support for it after 6 months. Because, yeah, people were so pissed off about it. Like, Dead or Alive 5, they kept updating and releasing costume packs and releasing characters for like 10 years. That game was popular. People loved it. Dead or Alive 6 comes out, people are like, hey, the fighting is really good in this, but what the fuck? It's impossible to unlock anything. Yeah, they re-released a game that they stopped supporting because it pissed everyone off so much. And they pissed everyone off even more.
Mm-hmm.
And genuinely, just fuck that team. I'm sorry, but the Dead or Alive team, your brains are broken.
They did add, I guess, a new DLC character though, but like
no, they just announced it. Still not added, but they're like we're gonna add more costume packs and characters as we come up on DOA 7, and it's like, maybe you should just work on DOA 7 and not touch any of this because most people are not coming back because this is not a good game.
There has been a good amount of announcement stuff because it's Evo this weekend and nobody's watching it.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I mean, we got a new Blaze Blue character.
So
fucking the fact that they released a new Blaze Blue character is wild.
I was like, what?
It's really funny. It's very funny.
Now that's awesome. A Blaze Blue character in this 2026. See, I got confused because if it had come out in 2016, it would have actually made sense. That was still only a few years after the game launched.
Mm-hmm.
God. Like, I can't wait to find out when they're gonna add Ronaldo to Guilty Gear Strive.
I don't know. I'm trying to think that. I mean, they'll probably do another. I mean, they got to add Damon and Baby. That's what they're gonna add next.
Yeah, Damon and Baby.
After Robokai, it's gonna be Damon and Baby. Yeah. All right. Well, to wrap this up, we do have quite a few questions in the light.
1 second. I have one bit of news. It has to do with Evo, so I'm happy that we brought it up. I almost forgot. I don't know if you guys saw the thing with Ludwig.
Oh yeah.
Evo.
No.
Yeah.
I try not to do that.
It was
that's
fun.
fair. Yeah. I'll say that what he said at that point was not a good idea because of where he was. There were a lot of fighting game streamers who came out and were like, he's right though.
Yeah. Him coming on stage and just being like, yeah, I don't stream Street Fighter because I like viewers. It's the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah, like,
well,
yeah.
Sometimes you just say what you gotta say, I guess. I don't.
Yeah.
Wild.
It wasn't for like I don't think anyway, but drama related reasons. It's more the funny, but at the same time, like, man, that's not a good spot to say it, but I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
We can move on now. That was all I had, but we just brought up Evo, and I was like, oh yeah, that's some wacky shit that came up.
It was. All right, so let's start hitting these questions. If you want to send in questions for us next time, you can go to our Discord server, which I will link in the chat here, and also I will say it out loud. It's you go to thegamezone.zone, and then you can join the Discord server, and you can hang out and chat with us in there, as well as send us the weekly questions. We have a thread in there for that, if you so choose. Or you could just reply to us on Blue Sky, or just otherwise get in contact with us. We'll see it, you know. We've got our ways. But you'll sound like these folks right here. First off, we have two from Izzy, who asks, first off, different games have different ways of trying to spice up replays with New Game Plus and difficulty adjustments. What, in your opinion, makes for a worthwhile New Game Plus or an enjoyable hard mode versus an uninteresting implementation of the same things? What's a good new game? What were some good new game pluses for you, and what did they do to make them good?
So let me redeem Team Ninja here for a second and go with like the Neo games. Like the Neo games especially, their other games do have good new game pluses where they change up some mechanics. They actually make, that's when build quality, like building a build actually matters. Whereas in the initial difficulty of like a Neo, if you're playing for the story, you can play through and just never touch the game again if you don't want. But the way New Game Plus keeps adding to it with each successive difficulty level is just such a shining example of like how to do that, where enemy placements are different. Enemies get new attacks. Enemies have different attack patterns. So like instead of doing attack, strong, they'll shift it up and do completely different combos, completely different routes to their attacking, so that when you play again, you're not playing the exact same game. You're playing something with a little bit more, and then you go on to the next difficulty, and then you get a lot more. Then you go on to the difficulty after that, you get a little bit more, and then you go on to the difficulty after that, you get a lot more. And it's just kind of an interesting way of building up to, okay, you beat it on this difficulty, we're going to have one that's slightly harder, and then we're going to jump it up, and then we're going to jump it up a little, and then we're going to do our final one, which is like really everything the game has to offer in really cool ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you have an example, Xyros?
For a New Game Plus, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and also, in what way was it fun?
So the New Game Plus in Tormented Souls 2 is a lot of fun because it gives you a bunch of new weapons to start the game with. So you can go through it again, but with a lot of goofy ways that make the game more easy to get some of the harder achievements if you're really into that sort of thing. Because there's one that makes it so you have to finish the game without looking at the map and get through it in about 5 hours. And it's just kind of fun going through stuff and just mowing everything down. It reminds me of like, I think it was Dead Space 2, where they had that one silly weapon that you could get where it was like a styrofoam finger. Mm-hmm. And all Isaac would do is go bang, and it would just blow up whatever you're pointing at. Just like bang, bang, pew, 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 pew. And I love it when they do stuff like that, where it's like, okay, you were terrified of all of this stuff. Now have fun just destroying it because you earned it. Good job, champ. And that's like my favorite system for that. I'm like, thank you, game. I did deserve this.
Yeah, I'd say, like, all the Resident Evils where you could just be like, oh yeah, no, here's the infinite rocket launcher, here's the, an RE4, you got like the Chicago typewriter and all that. So those are classics. Those are
the
classics.
Metal Gear infinite ammo headband.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's interesting because my favorite New Game Pluses are ones where either it gives you a mastery of the systems, or the ones where it just says, fuck it, go ham. I love that shit.
Amen. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I would just say just like adding on to the experience, either in a way that makes it less difficult and more silly, or, something that just changes the gameplay in some way, is the way to go for a good New Game Plus or mode change or whatever. Or playing through something with another character, like like Symphony of the Night. You can play as all those alternate characters eventually. I know that like other Igavanias let you do that and stuff, but yeah, like having just different ways to interact with the game than just running through it again is always helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Izzy only had the one. We just put that one in twice. My bad. Okay, then we'll go to the next question then. From Slime Girl 69 on Blue Sky, who asks, people often talk about their favorite video game weed smoking spots or beer sipping spots, but what is your favorite video game sleeping spots? What would be a place in a game that you would love to sleep in? A nice sleeping place.
Yeah, honestly, my favorite thing, and I still do it to this day, is in Final Fantasy XIV. When I log out, I go to an in room and I sleep in the bed, so that when I log in, the next time I log in, my character is getting out of bed with a nice little animation and everything, and just like feels relaxed.
I wake up in the middle of the street. Where am I? How long have I been sleeping here? That's a nice way to think about it. Yeah, like a nice sleep spot like that. I would say somewhere where you could just like leave the area, and it kind of makes me feel like, if you remember in Undertale, when you're hanging out with this one ghost character, his name's Nabstablook, you can both just lie on the floor, and then the whole scenery changes and eventually just turns into a bunch of like stars that are just floating through space. Like, that's where I would fall asleep. That's super chill. Or even with like a Hat in Time, there's like an input code that you can have the character will just start doing like a dance. And if you wear this certain badge, this like really calming music will come on with like all these positive messages. It's like that's super chill. Yeah. I like leave that on and just vibe to it and just fall asleep in like a giant spaceship with all these like pillows and stuff. Super calm.
I don't know if I have like a specific place in mind, but the first thing that I thought of was just that the like nighttime music for this main city in Digimon World 1 is like the nicest, calmest music ever made. And so I would just want to have a big old bed to sleep in that city so I can hear that music as I drift to sleep. That's my answer.
I mean, that's peaceful.
Right. Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Next one is from Leo K, who asks, what's a piece of advice you give other players for a game you struggled to get into but eventually enjoyed? I mean, I think that what we talked about earlier is just what you need to go into games with, was just, you don't have anything to prove. You don't have to, just because, yeah, like that definitely helped for me for Devil May Cry 5. Like, I remember being super, super stressed getting into that game because I was like, I'm not going to be as good as everybody else. And, I'm going to feel bad about, all these other people are posting these cool gameplay clips, and that I actually played the game and I just had a good time with it because I wasn't trying to prove anything to anyone. So There you go. Yeah, that is my easy answer, I suppose. Is just, hey, don't do it to just play the game. Just do it for yourself. That's what matters.
The gimmick is alive. I'm gonna once again bring up Game of the Generation Neo 2. But the amount of friends I have gotten into the Neo series who were like, and I suffered with this one too in the first game. That they all sit there and they go, oh, you get all this gear and it's so overwhelming. And I have to tell people, in your first playthrough, the gear doesn't fucking matter. You just equip the thing with the biggest number, you're fine. You do you like a specific weapon? Just equip that, do the same goddamn combo over and over again because you're comfortable with it and you're getting through the game and you're having fun. And hey, guess what? I used high stance Kusarigama through 5 fucking difficulties and had fun the whole time doing the exact same combo 9 bazillion times. And I only started actually like fully build crafting like on a 3rd playthrough. And even then, my most recent playthrough happened because somebody told me like that same thing, and I just went, well, I'm going to prove to you you don't have to build. I'm going to do an entire playthrough where I have to equip any weapon or armor piece of the highest rarity that drops, regardless of its level, every time a high rarity piece of equipment drops, and I guarantee you I will be able to get through the entire game. And sure enough, I'm able to get through the entire game, so I can tell people, look, none of this matters. You don't have to worry about it. Just have fun with the fucking game. You don't need to spend 500 hours watching guides from the cowboy guy telling you how to make the best magic build. Like, you can come back to that later and explode things and have,
if you want.
Yeah. But have fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same with Strangers of Paradise. It's like you just get all this gear. It's like these are all just stats. Don't worry about it. Like just play until you eventually get the end game, and it's like, okay, now you have to pay attention to the gear. But at that point, the game kind of puts it together for you in a way that makes sense. Yep. So it's okay.
Hell,
you don't have to worry about builds.
Yeah, Neo 3
crazy.
And Stranger of Paradise have an auto equip button that actually works and uses like will set up a decent build for you.
Alrighty, let's see here. All right. We have a question from Big Challenges. This was sent last week, so I don't. Is the Final Fantasy V 4-Job Festa still happening?
Yeah. It had just started, so.
Okay, good. But yes, Big Challenges asks, 4-Job. It's Fiesta. Excuse me. It says Fiesta. Yes. Is it Fiesta or Festa?
It's Fiesta.
It's Fiesta. Okay. 4-Job Fiesta is ongoing, and Summer Games Done Quick is coming up. What are some of your favorite examples of community-made challenges in games? Things like the aforementioned 4-Job Fiesta, Nuzlocke runs, speed runs with specific clear conditions, etc. I mean, hey, I'll always shout out when they made that Mario Odyssey speedrun category nipple percent, where it was where you had to get Mario's shirt off as fast as possible. That was pretty good.
In Katana Zero, this is like a little light one. In Katana Zero, it's just like a game that's supposed to make you play the game through it really fast and has a whole bunch of like time mechanics and stuff. There was a speedrun category called Pet the Dog, where you just try to get through it as fast as you can to get to a point where you pet a dog. That's it. I don't know why that part always made me laugh. It's super short too. The game's already pretty short because it's all about speed and going fast. But yeah, that category is funny. That, and I like randomizers. I think for like community challenges, doing archipelago randomizers with like your friends, so fun.
God, I've always wanted to get in on one of those, like, because it's just such a cool concept. Like, hey, I'm playing this game, and it's helping somebody in that game, and I can't continue in my game until that guy playing fucking Kingdom Hearts beats something.
Beats this. Yeah. Like, they have it set up where you can do a randomizer of Super Mario World where it takes away most of your basic functions, so you can jump, but Mario can't swim. Very early on in that game, there is a level that requires you to be able to swim and then climb. So if people can't find that for you, you basically can't play, and you're just stuck with Mario going, well, it's a me, I guess.
It's Mario, Yahoo, I suppose.
I'm just chilling. I can't do anything now.
God, my one for me is there's a reason that Final Fantasy VIII is my most replayed Final Fantasy. I have played through it at level 1. I have played through it at level 99. One of my favorite playthroughs was some friends and I, we coded a website that would randomly assign magic that you could only junction to specific slots. So the last time I did that, Zell got Ultima on his HP. So that guy had no HP until disc 3.
Yowza.
It was very fun because it's like,
does sound fun.
Hey, you are very limited in what you have. And the challenge for me was I always wanted to do it without breaking the game, because you could break that game super easy through playing cards and turning cards into magic. I didn't allow myself to do that. So yeah, like when it's like, oh, you only have specific places that you can get certain spells, it makes that challenge incredibly hard, but also really fun.
All right. Okay. Then Solon sent in 2, and this time they're actually 2. I'm not lying this time. There's actually 2. First off, Solon says, "What's your favorite backrooms mechanic / system?" Well, of course, my favorite, I'm just gonna get out in front of everybody, is when a racist kid gets put into the back rooms, and then they torture them, and then they try to see if they're honest about not being racist anymore, and if they're not, then they get sent to the blue room with the blue entity. That's the most important thing for me, is when they send the racist kid into the back rooms.
Send him off to the back rooms with you, racist child.
Specifically to racist children, I guess. I don't know. It's true. It's true though. There you go. That's my answer. Yeah, that's my answer.
I don't really know much about, like, I've played a backrooms game, but I still know there's such a weird concept that I don't really know how it functions. It's just like a liminal space.
I don't actually know anything about it. I'm just talking about a stupid ass video.
Yeah, I kind of figured, but I'm just like, I don't know what to actually go off of this. And then I like that it's really yellow.
Yeah, I was about to make that same joke.
It's got to smell crazy in there.
Oh my god! Imagine
I could smell the stale air and cigarettes from the 80s office from here.
I'm just happy there's no cats in there. Otherwise, it would reek of cat piss. But it looks like a place that would reek of cat piss already. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. Bad.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Like, that, and I know there's one that's a pool. Which pool one? Honestly, I kind of like going to like those indoor pool areas, or like I used to, and so I get the vibe, but still, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's scary because there's a giant monster in there, maybe, but I'll hang out there.
Or maybe there isn't, and that's also scary because you don't know what's in there. You know, think about it, or don't.
A slide that goes on forever. Bum bum bum.
I don't know.
The real backrooms is just fandom social media, because it's all the exact same argument over and over and over and over.
Jesus Christ, that really is a backrooms experience.
Yeah.
And every time you look into it, you're like, do I dare enter again? As you touch it and you're like, oh god, I am in it. And you're just floating in just the miasma again.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. Like every other week.
Hey, did you know that God.
What?
All right, let's move on to the next one before I say something bad.
All right, last question is also from Solon. Hiya Gamesline. Okay, this is for you two then. What's the newest VTubing tech you've been playing with or are interested in playing with?
These days, I just finally updated to VBridger, so my mouth moves a little better.
Ooh.
But I can stick out my tongue now, which I like.
Nice.
I'm also buff and have outfits. But...
Buff AF. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this loaded properly. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, this is actually good for me too because
Is it? Oh, okay. There. You can see the thing on my screen.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
This is called the Twitch Integrated Throwing System, or
Ooh.
TITS for short. You can see there was that blob there that indicates where I am.
Right.
Yeah. I have my triggers here, and when I hit this key, people can do this by the way with channel points, but ow.
Ooh.
Ow. 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 Ow.
There you go. For those of you just listening,
The
on
ultimate
the audio
weapon coming in and slapping you in the face.
Yeah, just getting hit in the face with shit. It's crazy. Yeah, there you go.
I love
I
this.
respect it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun. It's fully customizable. You can add in your own sound clips and images and all this other stuff into the program to have things thrown at your faces whenever you get subs, gift subs, or people can do it with channel point redeems. It's fun. It's a fun program.
Very nice. Very nice. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that'll do it, I think. I think we're all done here. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. It's been a hot minute since we've been live, but hopefully you all enjoyed. If you want to check out our website, it's gamesline.net. If you like to read articles about games, both fun and serious articles, we try to, mix it up a bit. We treat video games as the art form that it deserves, I think. Yep. And
Lily
if you want to follow us,
amazing one this week. The video store in my mind is a stunning piece of writing, and you've also got your Fux Quest 2 review.
That's right, exactly. We're not messing around. We're covering all forms of gaming. But yeah, check out the site. If you want to follow us on social media, we mostly just post on Blue Sky these days. So you'll find us also at gamesline.net on there. Do have our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@thegamesline if you want to find VODs and the like. And then whenever we do these live events, it'll be on twitch.tv/gameslinetv. If you really like what we're doing and you want to give us money, which we definitely need it because we use it to pay for our bills and for games, etc., you go to patreon.com/gamesline. We say usually $3 is the, that's what we say is probably a good amount of money, but whatever you can do. We understand it's tough out there right now. And come join our Discord server, again, thegamezone.zone. Type that into your web browser. It'll bring you straight there. And you can come hang out with us, chat about games, and whatever else you want to chat about. We're pretty open. Thank you to Melt Channel/Magic Circuit for our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. And as always, I will recommend that the time that you should pay money on Bandcamp is the first Friday of every month, as that will be Bandcamp Friday. The Bandcamp users get the most amount of the funds every month on the first Friday of every month. And then we'll wrap this up here. Xyros, where can people find you?
If you ever want to watch me stream over at twitch.tv/Xyros, otherwise you can find me on Blue Sky at Xyros. It should be Xyros VT, bluesky.social, or I am still on the hellscape that is, I'm calling it Twitter, I'm not calling it by the other name, .com at Xyros9, or on my YouTube channel at, the Xybatsu, where I post all of my VODs from my streams, along with a bunch of other things. I have a best of montage for all of my stream team members that's going to be going up soon. And I also post some of my retrospective video essays. I actually, like I said, I just did one with one of my friends on the horrors of Deltarune. It's very spoiler heavy, though, so if you want to watch it, please, no any spoilers. Mm-hmm. But that's where people can come and find me.
Lorelai, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitch and Blue Sky. I am Judgment Scythe everywhere.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yep.
And I'm john.gamesline.net on Blue Sky. That's basically just where I am. And that'll do it. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And we'll be back soon with another episode of the Gamesline podcast. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Thank you.
It was a blast. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye-bye.